Joining us now is Senator Schmidt, who started the case, Missouri v. Biden. Senator, welcome to the program. I want to say congratulations because this was a good injunction. It hasn't seen itself all the way through. But Senator, why don't you walk through this case and why you decided to start this process while you were Attorney General of Missouri?
Sure. It's great to be with you, Charlie. Well, yesterday was a big win for free speech and, a crushing defeat for censorship. It's got a hold, but it's a very, very positive injunction that, if the government wants to challenge it, they'll go to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. And I'm sure this case may or may not make it. Well, it may or may not make its way all the way to the Supreme Court, but this is the most important free speech case in a generation, at least. And so when I was AG, we filed this lawsuit, Missouri versus Biden, that alleged that a bunch of different Biden administration agencies essentially were suppressing speech, mostly with conservatives. But you saw it play out, whether it was the origins of COVID, had an opportunity to take Anthony Fauci's deposition. So after I was elected to the Senate, before I was sworn in, we took his deposition. We can talk about that if you want to.
I would love to.
It was mind-boggling. But origins of COVID, Hunter Biden laptop theory, we took the deposition of Elvis Chan, who was the FBI agent that essentially was having monthly then weekly meetings, warning these social media giants of a Russian hack and leak operation involving the Hunter Biden laptop, even though they had the laptop in the fall of 2019. And so you saw that. You saw whether it was the efficacy of masks, transmissibility of COVID with the vaccine. All the myriad of these agencies colluding with big tech to censor speech in violation of the First Amendment was the reason we filed the lawsuit. And of course, if you read the judge's ruling yesterday on the injunction, it's pretty strong language. And it shouldn't be lost, Charlie, that this was sent out on the 4th of July, on Independence Day. That is not an accident here. And so the judge, this is a federal judge, not me saying it, not you saying it, a federal judge saying that the case arguably involves the most massive attack against free speech in U.S. history, in comparing it to this Ministry of Truth, which of course we allege in this vast censorship enterprise. And so the government doesn't get to censor speech and they can't outsource it either. And so I was proud to bring the lawsuit, and we were able to get, pretty deep into discovery, and that evidence essentially ruled the day yesterday. And what it says is that these agencies, from the CDC to the FDA to DHS to White House officials, can no longer do this. There's an order now on the books preventing them from engaging in this kind of activity, and now in the Senate will try to hold their feet to the fire. But it's a big win.